Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Grassrooted. I am Rick and I'm here again.
And I'm Dan and I'm back with you again.
So we missed last week, so apologies. It was just one of those weekends and nights and weeks, just constant. So we apologise. So we're going to touch on, we'll try and wrap that up quickly from what you've missed. But yeah.
Alright, so shall we start with the Fishburn week?
Do the Fishburn week.
The Fishburn fortnight.
Fishburn fortnight, yeah. Well, it's mainly just the success of the women, really, isn't it? The way that all of a sudden gone from 0 to 100 mile an hour, and they've just established themselves very quickly, haven't they?
Yeah.
First women's team Fishburn in history, I believe.
Little old Fishburn.
Up the burn.
I don't even think Setchfield or
That was
Trinidad.
probably, yeah.
The only one I've noticed local actually was when I was doing some player registration this morning was Chloe, and she played for Coxer, but that was like it was when she was 18.
Yeah.
So it must be a few years ago, 6 years ago.
I know Cox have juniors girls teams, so the lad at my work, his daughter plays,
yeah,
and the lad at work sponsors them. But yeah, I don't think there's actually women. I think probably the closest be Aycliffe. I've seen a bit, or like Hartlepool, Aycliffe, because I've seen a few Aycliffe teams advertised.
Yeah, they've got the catchment though, haven't they?
Yeah, big towns. That's a good link. We'll go into that in a minute.
Mm.
So Fishburn week. We've had a couple of matches. Been to the Borough match, didn't we? Thanks Middlesbrough FC. Unfortunately, the North East teams aren't prepared to help.
The North East teams who we would have preferred to go and watch.
So yeah, it was good, wasn't it? I mean, we're not Borough fans, but
it was a good day out.
Yeah.
Pies were shite,
Pies were shite. My pie was horrible. I think Rebecca gave me the dodgy one.
I needed a pickaxe to get in the crust of mine.
And I burnt my mouth. Still sore now. I'm getting the claim in Middlesbrough. No, flag waving at the Borough.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good. Uncle Gary, Panda's dad from the under-8s, put us in touch, give us the connections, didn't he?
Yeah, kids were up on the stage in the fan zone.
Yeah, walked around the pitch, waving the flags. We sat in the dugout.
We jumped in the dugout.
10 seconds, lads, 10 seconds. That was good, that was good. Yeah, it was. I've been to the Riverside for a good few 10-15 years. You've never been, so it's always nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to take off. I mean, it was a bit small, wasn't it?
No atmosphere. They only started singing when they started winning, when they knew they couldn't lose at 92 minutes.
Once he did the third goal,
I know.
We've got Super Michael Carrick. That was it, wasn't it?
And I've had 15 litres of disinfectant on the van today to clean it out after the smog. But other than that, yeah,
it was a good day.
Kids
all enjoyed
it.
So it was a couple of them. It was the first ever game.
First ever game. Well, yeah, Archie, Sonny. Was
Fred.
it Oscar's first game? Fred's brother. That lad that came from my work. Only Rocco's second ever game.
Yeah.
So, it's a positive, isn't it?
Yeah, it was good.
Got the Sunderland one coming as well. That should be good.
Yes,
£20, child and adults and child.
Although it's quite funny because they put it on for the Stoke game.
I know what you're going to say.
And he's going to get dogs abuse, isn't he, Alex Neil?
Yeah. That's what Rebecca said. She thinks to want the stadium full.
Yeah,
say, look what you could have won.
The stadium full of loads of kids shouting, you're just a fat, baldy, whatever.
Oh.
Because that's what he's going to get.
I better not take Rose then, because she'll copy.
Yeah, so, what else is happening the last couple of weeks? The ladies' kit's here.
It looks alright, doesn't it?
We are yet to officially reveal it.
No, so keep your eyes peeled, but we've seen it, it's alive, it's there.
Although, did we not do a reel? Karen shared a reel, didn't she?
There's a little bit out there, isn't there?
Yeah, little teaser. Hopefully, or they get a full squad picture maybe tomorrow night at training.
Maybe, yeah.
Or, if not, it'll be this Sunday when they've got the first friendly, won't it?
For a first friendly against Seaton, I think it's a 1 o'clock kick-off. Bit of bait afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
A bit of bait.
Bar
Maybe
on.
fish and chips. Oh, bar on.
That's it. We need
Fly and drive.
We need to look at expanding our facilities now, don't we?
I know we do.
All these adults teams are putting bait on in that. We've only got a little kitchen up there.
That's all right.
We've got a hand pump though. If we start doing our own brew.
Oh, we could do the
Fishburn ale.
The Beck beer or something. Made a real Beck water from Fishburn Beck.
The burner brew.
We'll have to make people sign disclaimers if we use that Beck, won't we? free emoji with every pint. Yeah. No, so that's good. Yeah, and I think having someone just said in the group they've got possibly another sponsor.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's mainly been about the women's this week, hasn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's good. A few new faces and that as well, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's a positive encouragement, isn't it? It's always good.
It's quite exciting. I'm quite looking forward to
Yeah,
the game
it's
on
going to
Saturday.
be definitely, yeah. You can see we trained again on Sunday yesterday, didn't we? And you can clearly see they wanted it. And in 3 months, they've come, 2 months, they've come a long way.
Well,
6 weeks.
They had 11 there. Well, 10, didn't they? Because they had
Yeah.
Karen's brother went in goal for them for the training game.
And then a few missing through whatever reason and
Yeah.
other engagements. So, yeah, it's only positive, mate. We'll be on the map soon. Steph Horton, Jill Whatchamacallit, I can't think of her surname now, I'm on the spot. They'd be jealous, they'd be wanting to be part of it. And we'll say, nope, sorry.
And Karen did say, actually, she was speaking with Sunderland's...
Yes, aye.
He's a young lad, isn't he? Jacob Carney.
Sunderland's number 2 or something. One of the academy keepers or something.
Yeah, she was speaking to him in the pizza shop last night, and he said he would try and maybe get down or something like that.
Good for the kids, that one.
Would
It's just an hour, just a little Q&A session or something, you know what I mean? Daft questions.
Yeah, imagine
One of them
the
will come out with
under
something daft, won't they?
Imagine the 11 just bezzing shots at a
I know.
championship goalie. They'd
I
love
know.
it, wouldn't they?
We'll have to make sure they don't kick him too hard though. But what else? Yeah, it's been quite a quiet Fishburn week, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Weather's changing slowly, so we might be back up training soon.
Yes.
It's always a positive. So yeah, should we get into the results?
Yeah, so the roundup. So we start with the 8th.
Yeah. Skipped a match this week for the Borough flag waving, but
Last week it was
was it Hetton or
Hetton Inter or something like
Yeah.
that, wasn't it? One of the Hettons, they've got loads of sides,
yeah,
haven't they?
big towns, villages.
Hetton side. So they started. Well, to be honest, they battered us first half.
Yeah, but I don't think we started. They started, but we didn't. I don't think.
Yeah.
And then the second half, there's not much to say about the first half. The second half, Jesus, we just typical Fishburn.
I think was it 6-7 or something they put past us in the first half.
Yeah,
And then we scored 6 in the second half, didn't we?
yeah,
They started playing a bit.
yeah.
Rocco straightened his face.
Straight in his face.
Yeah.
Everyone started grafting.
Yeah. Everyone just looked like they enjoyed it in the second
Yeah.
half.
But that's what we do, though, isn't it? We tend to do that Fishburn. We start slow, and the last 10 minutes, we all of a sudden are amazing.
I know. I don't know what it is. Even the 11s are the same,
I
aren't
know. It's a Fishburn curse, or some sort of.
they? Well, it's good in a way that we go to the end of a game and we don't stop.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it's better than gassing out, isn't it?
Like Alex Ferguson style, he was Man United was always like that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was at 2 minutes on top of 2 minutes on
But
top of
his
2
team's
minutes.
also started well, so
Yeah, true. Yeah, but we'll get there, man. We'll get there.
aye. And then obviously, no game yesterday. The lads were at the Borough.
Not the Borough, so we'll move that on. And
We watched some average football, didn't we?
I think average has been generous. Dan, you just
You
don't want
know,
to slander case.
If I was to pick out one player that I would take from the Borough to put in any of our slots, I think
The mascot.
I reckon Chuba Akbom could probably
Yeah,
play
he was
second string to Lewis.
Yeah, he was all right, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did well. What was cool though about the game yesterday, like I've been to loads of games, but I've never sat that close. So you could hear the defenders talking to each other and
Yeah, and screaming and shouting.
at
Yeah,
each
that was
other.
good. Yeah,
It's class.
High five and that. That was good.
Yeah. So that was that. On to the 9s.
Yeah, the 9s.
I've had a quick skim through the match reports just before you came around. So last week, well, like sort of 2 weeks ago, they lost to Rutherford 3-1, who were one of the better teams in their league.
Mm-hmm.
And by all accounts, they had a decent. I think that was either that game or Saturday Guns game where they did the post, they did the bar, and then some dodgy freak goals going in.
What happens to Fishburn? Conspiracy theory. That's for
is,
another
yeah.
podcast.
And then yesterday, they also played Hetton. So
Yes.
unfortunately, Hetton's done the double O over Fishburn on yesterday. Oh, not yesterday, Saturday, because obviously we'll go on to the 8th and cover that. But they lost to Hetton. I think it was the Hetton game actually. They lost 2-1. One lad hit the post and the bar. One Fishburn lad.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
So yeah, that is the 9s, which I should really go in depth a little bit more, and I'll read their reports properly and note it down next time so we can shout out some of the young lads.
A lot of content to get into this
Yeah.
week, haven't we? 11s didn't have a game last week, did they?
We had a game. We didn't have a game.
Yeah, we had a game. We couldn't get a game. Couldn't get players. Couldn't get players. Then Saturday morning comes. I'm saying me scrambled eggs.
Yeah, we didn't have a game, so we told everyone we didn't have a game. Then we did have a game, and we had people available.
Yeah.
Then that game was off. Then Peter Lee finally replied.
Yes, like lastminute.com.
And then I think people had, it was like Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think people have got plans on
Yeah.
sleepovers, and so it
would have been good to go up there
Yeah.
because we've always had a decent game against them.
Yeah, it's always been a good scrap, hasn't it?
So that was that. So what did we do? We didn't even play FIFA that week morning, did we?
No, we didn't. No, it's a good job, really. You could, yeah.
And then
Yes.
Saturday gone, Hetton Juniors Roma.
Disappointing game for us.
It was, yeah.
We were by far, put me right up this morning because I was late again.
Yeah.
We were far the better side. It's just second balls. We're just not following it in. But
I mean, if you look at Moore hit the bar, didn't he? And
if that was a Lampard style, that
it was like one you see on the telly when someone hits a screamer and the whole stadium goes quiet.
yeah.
Everyone thought it's in, and everyone stopped. All the sidelines just gasped, didn't they?
I thought it was in, but we'd never. I'm not be biased. It did go in, but it came out. So do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there was one or two where we could have been at the second ball. That one, you kind of just in awe of the way he struck it out.
That was coming back out as quick as it went in.
Yeah.
The way he hit it. A nice strike, like, with typical Moore, wasn't it? Middle of the pitch, middle of their half, just bang.
First 10 minutes, I think, was just us having corners constantly.
Yeah, it was. And most corners were good.
They were. And it was like a proper scramble. It wasn't even like they were trying to stick something on it.
No, it was just, yeah. And then I think after the fifth corner, young Taylor, aka the silent assassin, just pops up from nowhere like Mr. Ben, shoots. I can't remember if it hit the post or gets parried away, but he didn't miss the second time, did he? He does that though, doesn't he? He's like, he just pops up, man. He in the right place, the right time.
Yeah, he's quiet, isn't he? But
Yeah.
he does his job. He turns up every week.
Yeah.
Religiously.
Early.
First one to training.
Yep.
First one to the games. Gets on, does his thing, and then goes away. Hopefully he's. I saw his dad had a massive grin on his face when he
Good,
scored.
yeah, he deserves a goal because he only ever scores good goals though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Generally, there's always been dramatic.
Hopefully his dad shot him a couple of quid because he
Yes,
looked pleased. Because as soon as he knocked it in, I looked over and you could see it, a massive grin. It was class.
Yeah, and then Maddie pulled off a good save to keep us, saved our bacon.
Yeah.
Then that tackle by Max.
That
could have got it one or two ways. I'm glad it went the way it did because it was a phenomenal tackle. But he was behind him, threw his legs and played the ball, and then played him. It was a hell of a tackle, like
it was.
Because he came. Max, I don't know where he got the energy from all of a sudden, but he came from nowhere, didn't he?
He did.
It was a big tackle. It was a brave tackle. That mind.
Was that? So they scored one goal.
Oh, sorry, yeah, it was after they scored.
Yeah,
wasn't
they
it?
scored where Max had two defenders.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Do I go to him and he's going to pass to his pal, or do I not go to him and he's just going to run through us anyway?" So you can't really blame him.
No, it was 2v1, wasn't it?
But the second that Mintat he pulled off.
Oh yeah,
he managed to get back. Like
he did well.
He's not blessed with loads of pace, Max, but he did well to get back and get the tackle.
It was a good, strong tackle. But we were camped in their third most of the match, weren't we? They were nervous. You could see they were nervous, but we just couldn't. We just couldn't convert. We were firing them at them and firing them, but we just couldn't. I don't know what it was.
Rolled across the box, man.
Oh no!
Alfie missed a chance. Unlucky there. He just couldn't get his foot on it.
Yeah, he was in the right place though. Him and Tennyson, the nerves have settled now, and they're starting to show their true potential. Yeah. Must be daunting though, coming into an already established team 3/4 of the season.
Yeah. It'd be nice for Alfie to get a couple before the season's out.
But no, it was one of those matches where we should have won, but we did. I think it was just down to bad luck. And that, Lewis's goal was a good goal, typical Lewis goal, through ball, a couple of touches, bang. You don't stop them from Lewis, do you?
No,
you know what I mean.
He
don't think
give
him
a
service,
well, doesn't he? Yeah.
Their goal was another one. We just got caught slacking, didn't we, at the back? I think Max was stood there by himself. There was two or three of them. Mm-hmm. The defender's never going to win. The odds are against you. And then their third goal, that was just I don't even know how that went in. It was just a scramble at the near post.
Yeah, he managed to squeeze it between the goalie and the post, didn't he? Which was like a proper...
I think even he was surprised, to be fair.
He was, because I think he was a giant, that lad, wasn't he?
Big lad, yeah.
And he was put on for one reason, to try and bully Max, but...
No, Max never mixed it.
He was a foot taller than Max, but Max was battled him for strength every time.
I don't think I've ever seen Max play so well than he did yesterday. he didn't miss a tackle, he didn't miss a clearance. Everything he did was nigh on perfect yesterday. And obviously no one's ever perfect, but it was as close as you're going to get yesterday. If he carries on like that, man, that's why he's the captain, because he gives everything and he doesn't back down. And his game's getting, he's a little lad and he's playing centre half, but his strength and he's getting the confidence now to think, doesn't matter how big you are in front of me or how fast. He's learned, isn't he? Probably thanks to your dad as well, like.
Yeah, he's done a lot of it with the money during the game. But I think as well, he's now got two strong. The last two games, he's had two strong, quick lads either side of him. Yeah. So for what Max lacks in pace, that back three now is,
it's probably the best back three you could wish for. Mm-hmm. There's three strong lads there, and
decent bit of pace either side of Max, and he reads the game well, doesn't he? At the back?
He does, and he's starting to find his voice now, which is good, which is what he should be doing. But he's only 10, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's not a loud lad anyway, so it's a bonus, isn't it?
So 3-2 defeat in the end. On to Concert this week.
Concert at home. Be nice to beat them after we just didn't turn up that week, did we? In that tiny pitch.
I think I'd like to see how they fare up on a big pitch, because their pitch was tiny. It was almost like 70-sides pitch with a bigger goal on it. So it'd be nice to see how we fare on against them this week.
The A tournament tomorrow.
Yes.
Little FA tournament should be good. I don't know any of the teams, but it's a no recording tournament, so it's just all about fun, isn't it? Getting a medal.
Yeah, they'll enjoy it, man. And I mean, what was it, 30 quid or something for us to enter it?
30 quid for 30, 35 quid I think or something. So
we play 4 games. I think we've got 9 confirmed up to now.
Yeah, I think so. So we'll take them all, give them all. Yeah. They'll all get plenty of run out.
Yeah.
Even if you just give each one a half, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Play it by ear, can't we?
And then on to the 16. So I've had a quick scan down. I don't have much in the way of a match report, but they didn't have a game on the 11th. Well, that's according to the website, unless they had a cup game or something like that. And then on Saturday they lost away to Beamish.
5-1
wasn't it? It's Fishburn, we're tiny.
In the Premiership, under 16s football is probably the hardest football any child will play, because they're all grown, hormonal.
Oh, yeah.
There's lads so big. There's this big, big lads, small lads, wide lads, skinny lads. It's probably the hardest you'll ever play at under 16 level, because everyone's at different rates.
And you think, the catchment that we've got, not just the 16s, but all the way through.
We've got one little village, really, haven't we? It's only by luck people come.
You look at the teams in our league, Peterlee. How many sides have they got?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's 3 of them now. There was 3: Horden, East Durham, and somebody else. And there's now 3 teams in our league called Peterlee, isn't there?
Yeah.
And then you got Washington. There's how many teams up there?
Washington, Sunderland. I mean, we don't play many borough teams, but they're all big towns, aren't they?
Yeah. So
Darlow must have bloody God knows how many teams. So it just goes to show we're starting to compete.
Yeah. And, the amount of people that want to come and play for us now as well.
Yeah.
All of the age groups. How many messages do we get now? Have you got a team for this?
I know.
Have you got a team for that age? So...
But next week, Saturday morning, they are in the semi-final of the Vase.
Yes, that's... we've got that wrong on the last one, didn't we?
So that's this week. So that might be...
I think it was 10:30 or something, didn't he, when we were at the meeting the other week?
I think so, yeah. So we might catch the bit of that while we're packing up in that.
Yeah.
Half an hour or so before we have to dash up to Washington.
Yes.
So if you're at a loose end, you want to see a bit of entertainment, concert for the under-11s and the 16s in the Vase Cup thing, whatever it is, get yourself down. Good
morning.
We had one of the women come down, didn't we, Morgan? She came, she enjoyed it.
She's going to come to every game now.
Buy a season ticket.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So it just goes to show we're entertaining.
And tea and coffee, pop, crisps, bacon sandwiches,
sausage sandwiches, cakes from Twinkle Sprinkle, Twinkle.
They had to run along and buy some more, on Saturday.
Did they?
Sausages and that again, yeah.
Fair play. Get a bigger freezer.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So, on to this topic of discussion for this week. It's not a gripe. It's like a little...
It's not a gripe, but it's... What do you call it? An area of concern, maybe? Or
yeah.
I don't know. It kind of ties into last week a little bit, doesn't it? The week before, sorry. When we talked about refs and the... Speaking of refs, though, have you seen randomly body cameras now?
Yeah,
I think the North Riding League tried it, didn't they? Which is like other side of Borough. And I heard someone in Liverpool doing it as well. So
I think it's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea. Might settle some people down. Not just parents, not just players, but coaches, anyone involved really.
So
anyway.
where we mentioned how we've got all these people messaging now wanting to come to Fishburn because, I know Archie's dad had told me that he's tells his mate how mint Fishburn is. Come and sign for us. So the concerning area this week is volunteers, isn't it?
Volunteers and recruitment, yeah. Or recruitment of volunteers. It's just so hard, isn't it? It takes, I suppose you can put as much into it as you want or as little into it. Time wise, we probably put a lot more than some can and do, but same time, like the 10s, we must have now 10, 11 under 10s ready to go for somebody to come put the stamp on.
Yeah. So I mean, we've got.
We've got
4, haven't we? That play up a year.
Yeah.
And then on top of that 4,
there's probably 10 that come on a Tuesday.
Yeah, another 10.
So you've pretty much got a ready-made team that we've kind of brought them on, like Corey and a few of them. They're capable now of playing.
Oh yeah,
at their own level.
They hold their own now at
Yeah.
training with the 11s.
Yeah.
It would be nice for them to join it too, but we can't sign anymore.
No, we've got too many.
15 players.
And we've got players waiting who are at the age to play for us, like 10-year-old, like Max's year. We've got players in year 6, haven't we?
Yeah, lads that have left and
want to come back. They've realised
the draw of Fishburn in it.
But yeah, so we, if anyone knows of a coach, if you don't have your badges, I'm sure the club with support will obviously help you go through them. We're here to support. We're all here to support, but it's just nice to finally see kids wanting to play for Fishburn, wanting to come back. We don't have a big catchment area, though, do we? When you've got Trindon, Setchfield, even Middleham got junior teams. I know they've got adult teams, but
they've got a few. Like I know there's an under 12s team because there's a lad that Max knows who plays that used to go to Fishburn School. He plays there.
But it's not only recruiting players though and coaches, is it? It's recruiting refs to have matches.
Yeah, because we couldn't have that for any last week.
No, because we couldn't find a ref.
By the time we found one.
Yeah, same as this week. We had the Big Borough and Steel. Luckily, Rowan did it for us.
Yeah.
But if he'd have been busy doing the under 16s or something, you know what I mean?
I think a lot of refs now, like, we'll take Christen as an example, who referees for us. He's blocked out his calendar for all of our games, and then he has, obviously, in between our games, he looks after other teams.
Yes, yeah.
So, you obviously get, I mean, this is just me guessing, but he knows now, I'll referee for the under 11s.
Yeah.
I'll go and referee. I think it's a team at Wynyard, or that might be Ethan.
I think Ethan does Wynyard. Yeah, Ethan does Wynyard, doesn't he?
So, and then
Chris does some Trindon, doesn't he? I think.
Yeah. So they just kind of get in with a team, and then that team thinks, right, we'll keep you because we can't find anybody else.
And
you know what I mean? What's going to happen when the 11s now go to 11 aside in a couple of years' time?
One more year this.
But Chris's team his current under 9s team could be playing. So then we might have to then find somebody else.
Yeah. It's. I don't know what. I just think it's finding volunteers in general, isn't it?
Yeah, like
finding people to give the time up. People are so busy nowadays in their life.
And a ref. And you know what? If you think there's all this stuff on the news about the cameras coming out for refs,
yeah, so maybe that
people might think, why the hell would I want to do that?
Yeah, because it makes it look worse than it probably is. Because there's some great refs out there who get great feedback and great matches, but it's a small minority of parents, players, coaches, staff who spoil it.
I mean, so Rowan got some stick from the touchline on Saturday for our under 11s game, but
Was he 17, 16?
No, that's Mason, man.
Oh, right, yeah.
But you can only see what you can see.
Yeah.
Like, so there was a time when the opposition were complaining that it was a corner, that his team should have had a corner. But if he can't see that, then I heard one guy say, "Bloody hell, ref, we should have a linesman," and it's like.
You don't need It's
10-year-olds, kids playing footy. It's not even classed as competitive.
No wonder they don't want to do it.
Yeah. When we talked about Ethan last week, he will only ref up to a certain age.
And it shouldn't be like that, should it?
Aye.
Wasn't a ref, was it last week's weekend, where there was a VAR ref had to be replaced because he got a decision wrong?
He's left by mutual consent.
So if he with all his technology in the world, he can get it wrong. What chance does a 17, 18, 19-year-old lad on a grass pitch by himself have to get it right? By himself, no linesman, no fourth officials.
Yeah, he's just got normally the opposition, the two coaches doing throw-ins, isn't it?
Yeah, we do throw-ins, yeah.
And then you've got, we'll go back to your match report that you put for the 11s. People moaning the referee because they don't know the rules of football.
Yeah, he's offside. He's not offside. Why is he not offside? Because he's run from his own half.
Yeah.
He's offside. We can't be offside. Why? It's a throw-in. If you're going to criticise, you've got to know what you're doing. You've got to have evidence and fact.
So, yeah.
So I kind of get why refs don't want to do it. At the same time, I kind of get why some coaches don't do it because if you've got parents like that criticising the ref, you're going to criticise somebody you know more. You know. Didn't you speak to the manager this week that's had to quit because we won't name no names, but because that individuals aren't getting played or something to do with players, he felt like he didn't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
And so for 2 or 3 individuals, he's given a team up that,
So my dad said to me, we were talking about this a couple of weeks back, and he said, because he's done it for years, he said, you're the best coach in the world when you're playing somebody's kid.
Yeah.
So when you're not, you're the worst coach in the world.
Yeah.
And it's right, innit? But
it's awkward because as a coach on the sideline, you've got so many factors to take into account of who you're putting on and when. So if you've got, I don't know, someone who's little and small and a bit timid, and you know that team's starting to batter us and physically chuck you around, you're worried about putting that child on so they don't get hurt. Or if that child's had an injury and you only give them, say, 15, 20 minutes out of an hour because you're concerned about their injury, or they're tired. There's welfare issues. I don't think managers do it, or probably some do, but I know we don't do it out of malice. We try and give everyone a fair game. Sometimes we do. Player 1 might get 20 minutes and player 2 might get 22. But it's not intentional, and it probably does. We're lucky because we've got good sets of parents, haven't we?
Yeah.
But there's probably parents who will, as soon as the kid doesn't go on, twist and kick off and complain and want the coach's head. But it's not the coach's fault. We give up a lot of time.
Yeah, and we don't get paid.
No, and
it actually costs us money.
Yeah, we're not doing family time.
You drive around for the under 11s, and you've got no kids in that team. Have you
No,
not?
true, no. Obviously, we do because we want to do it, don't we? We don't do it for the thanks.
We drive around in the bloody van, picking stuff up,
picking all sorts of stuff up,
crates of pop and stuff like that for to make money.
Getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning,
So this is a great advert, isn't it? Now,
I know, yeah. But no, it's not all like that. But it's just because we go TT, don't we? We love it, man.
Come and be a coach for Fishburn in the 10s. All the parents will complain at you, and you'll waste loads of money on petrol.
But no, yeah. So if you know any under 10s coaches or anybody out there knows anybody, put them in touch.
Not even a coach, man.
Yeah, just someone. Yeah, just someone who wants.
There's not, your level 1 qualification that you do. Since they've redone it, I played football for mine. Yours was all online.
Yeah, all online. 4 or 5 weeks thing for an hour and a half, and I think it was something like half. It was 6 to about 7, about 8, half 7, I think.
Yeah.
No, it was 6 till about half 7, I think. So I used to just catch Rose's bedtime. That was for 4 or 5 weeks on a Monday night webinar from home in the office. So it's what I mean.
And there's that much stuff online now. I
mean,
my TikTok now, because I've been watching different people doing different skills and stuff like that. It's just awful.
Mine is with goalkeeping.
Yeah.
Just goalkeeping. Just different tutorials. And,
Max is like that at training, man.
Yeah.
Can we do this? I saw it on TikTok, or been watching this on YouTube.
Well, Grassroots give out every other day, are giving out a free training guide, free warm-up, free training sessions for 8 to 13 and 13 up over. And
I think as long as you've got an interest in football, which, a lot of people, our sort of age.
Yeah, it's like most sports. You don't do it because you think it might be fun. You do it because you have an understanding of knowledge, don't you? You start drawing because you think you might want to try it because But I think this comes full circle. It's because we're a little village. Even though we're a little village, we're going to be on a big scale soon if we get our own way. But we're a little village, so we don't have the catchment area. Same for players. How long did we go for the 8s with? We had 7 signed on, but it was regular that, due to obviously the kids, we only had 5 every week, 4, because we couldn't recruit players, same as the 11s when we nearly folded, because we've got such a small catchment area. We don't have the big towns where they've got dense populations of council estates with thousands and thousands of kids. Mm-hmm. It's, but it is a great club to be at.
It is.
So So if anyone's interested, team pretty much ready to go. Put your own little stamp on it, your own Fishburn.
Yeah, you've got all summer, really. You know, like, train on the pitch whenever day you want.
Yep, it can be tailored to you. When I know fine well, you know, I've spoken to numerous parents, message you all the time, saying, "Can we play? Can we play? We want to play, and we'd love to take 50 kids on, but we can't." And we've got two teams already, possibly 3 if you include us helping carrying out with the ladies. So we can't do any more. We couldn't physically get everywhere on a Saturday to do matches. It's tough now sometimes, isn't it? Well, yeah.
That's it. One other update actually that we've not spoken about is the men's.
The men's.
So how many we've had? 4 weeks worth now.
Yeah, about that, give or take. Yeah.
So we've had like.
Yeah, I think we've had. Yeah, it was like 4th session last week or 3rd.
3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
But we've had. You know, we had about 14 the first week, and then we had a similar number the second week. Last week, a few people did actually say, you know, I can't make it for X, Y, and Z. They'll be back this week.
Yeah, a couple of lads come from my work were injured. One was out. So that's what happens to adults, isn't it? Work.
But we seem to have like a
core,
the
8
same
or 9 minimum, isn't it?
Faces coming every week, and then some like one lad works away and one was travelling or whatever.
Getting his kids and
So that's
and that's always going to happen, isn't it?
That's going well.
But you're always going to have adults who dip in and out because work life.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing. It's just life's what happens when you're busy making plans, isn't it? But if you get a good car,
I think we'll be all right. Like
8 or 9, 10, 11. You know what I mean?
And we'll just keep training, move on the grass, get on the big pitch.
We've also got some that just want to train and practice, don't we? So but we'll get there. It's only been 3 weeks. Not as quick as the ladies' team. Jealous much? Not. Of course we are. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. So
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Apologise for missing last week. It just don't even know what happened. It just blinked and it went. But
we did. It was a quiet week though, wasn't it? So do we keep going weekly or do we go fortnightly?
I know. What do people think?
I think maybe if there's anyone has any grassrooted grumbles that they can throw in.
Yeah, we've had a couple of people mention a few things which we've also discussed. So if you listen to this, you probably know us, and if you don't, you can easily find us or hear me coming or see me the yellow mystery machine driving around.
Next week, though, we should hopefully have. I think we should do next week.
Yeah, next week because the women have got their match.
We'll have just come back from the first ever.
Yeah, after our free bait.
Yeah, full of pie and peas.
Yeah, so we'll do it next Sunday, or maybe next Monday. We'll definitely do it after because it's a momentous occasion.
It is
momentous.
Right then.
Yep. Love you. Bye.
See you later.